Hello, in this video I would like to talk about being open-minded and how sometimes we people who think that we are open-minded, we may be actually close-minded in some sense. The thing is that let's talk about maybe soul and maybe aliens as an example. And you may have scientists who are saying that there is no soul, and they have their reasons. They have like centuries of the science, and for now there is like not official any proof that there is a soul. And many of the scientists, they are maybe 100% convinced that there is nothing more than just brain and so on. And some spiritual people, or some people in general, may call these scientists to be close-minded because they don't consider the possibility of soul, possibility of consciousness being not generated by the brain, and they are 100% convinced that there is nothing more. But on the other hand, there may be some spiritual people who are 100% convinced that there is a soul, that consciousness is not generated by the brain, and they are also in some way close-minded because they are 100% convinced that there is a soul, and they are not open-minded to the possibility that there actually may not be a soul. The point of this video is not to change your beliefs or to put you my beliefs or something, because I don't know how this is. I have my opinions, but But if you are 100% convinced that there is a soul, that's fine. You have your own experiences, you have experiences that I don't have, and so on. But my point is that if you have this scientist and he has his reasons, like as I said, a century or centuries of the science, and the science is telling him that there is nothing more than just brain, then he has his right to be convinced that there is nothing more. On the other hand, there may be you or someone who has spiritual experiences, who has experiences with meditation, maybe with some psychedelics, or you are some empath, you can, feel other people's emotion and so on, and you have sufficient reason to believe for 100% that there is a soul, So my point of this video is like, try to get to the shoes of the other person, If the scientist is not open-minded to the soul, and you are not open-minded to the possibility that there isn't a soul, then you are in some way equally close-minded, So yeah. And I am not saying this in any way as a judgment, and as I said, I am not trying to change anyone's beliefs or something. I just want to say, that if you are not willing to think that you may be wrong, then you are also close-minded, I am also close-minded in many areas. So this is not about that other people are close-minded and I am not. I am also very close-minded in some areas. So for example, when it comes to soul, when it comes to consciousness being more than just a brain, I don't know. I am, maybe 60 to 40%. 60 that there is a soul and 40 that there isn't, because I can see, I have my own spiritual experiences, meditation experiences, psychedelics, and so on. But on the other hand, I can see the science, and I can see that for now there has been like zero official proof of anything supernatural, anything of this nature. But, I stay open-minded to the both possibilities. But one example where I may be close-minded is that I am an Aquarius. I am not much into the astrology. I am not much into the horoscopes and so on. But I am an Aquarius and I feel like an Aquarius, I can see similar traits on the people who I know that are Aquarius, or people who are, some singers or actors or something like that. And I am kind of close-minded to the possibility that all of this is bullshit. That there is not such thing as some characteristic traits of a person being some astrological sign and so on. So for me, it would be kind of hard to think that all of these things that I feel that I am an Aquarius because I am like this and I am like that and so on, that all of that is just product of my imagination and nothing more. So yeah, I am not saying that I am different than other people, that I am open-minded in everything, but I think it is fine to be able to see this from other perspective. Also when it comes to the aliens, some scientists may say, or some people may say, that there are no aliens, and they may be almost convinced that they are not aliens. Other people may be 100% sure that they are aliens, and when you are 100% convinced that there are aliens, you not should be, but you may be a little bit open-minded that maybe there are probably aliens, but that maybe it is not that common. That maybe there is one alien civilization in 1,000 galaxies. Because for now we don't know. The same thing with these UFOs. There are many of these UFO hearings right now. There are many whistleblowers telling that the US government and some other governments are, hiding the truth and so on. And some people in some comments in videos may say that people are so close-minded that they don't believe that those are aliens and so on, But if you are 100% convinced that these UFOs, UAPs, are aliens, you may also be, close-minded in some way because you are not willing to admit that maybe these UFOs or UAPs are not aliens. Maybe they are just, some advanced technology, and maybe not a single alien ever visited the Earth, I personally would say that probably those are aliens, at least some of them, because there is too many people telling the same story. But the point is, to tell someone that he is not open-minded because he is not willing to admit the possibility that those are aliens. But on the other hand, we people who think that it is 100% the case that those are aliens may be also close-minded to see the option that maybe those are not aliens, So yeah. The same thing may apply to many things. It may apply to some conspiracies. Some people maybe don't have any possibility in their mind that this 9/11, was made by people in the US government, and other people may be 100% convinced that it was a conspiracy and so on, And both sides, if they are 100% sure and they are not, willing to admit otherwise, are also in some way close-minded, So yeah, I am in no way saying that people shouldn't have their opinions, people shouldn't have their beliefs and so on. What I am saying is that it's good, it's fine to make a room for a little possibility that it may not be the case. I had many experiences with the precognitive dreams, with dreams where you can see future, where you can see things which are not from your subconscious mind. But I am not going to say that I am 100% convinced it is like so. I should say it like so because I had so many of those experiences that it's for me undeniable, you know. But anyway, I am going to say that I am 90, 95 to 98% convinced that it is the case, and I am going to leave a room for 2, 5, 10% possibility that it may not be the case. You know, I am going to leave some room to the possibility that the astrology and whole thing that I am Aquarius and you are a Libra and something like that, it's bullshit. You know, I am just going to keep a little place in my mind that maybe I am wrong. You know, other things, you know, as with the soul, I don't have conviction. I am, as I said, maybe 60 to 40% convinced that there probably is a soul, but I have many reasons to think that maybe there isn't. So yeah, okay. So yeah, I am going to finish this video. The point, as I said, I am going to repeat myself, is not change your belief. I don't know many things, so I do not want to put my beliefs into you, into anyone. I am just trying to, you know, maybe make you see the bigger picture of being able to see things from the both sides, you know, as someone who is 100% sure of one thing and other person is 100% sure of other thing, and they both have their good reasons. The scientists, they have very good reasons to believe that there is not a soul, you know. They have these particle colliders which cost billions of dollars, where they are studying every little particle for nanoseconds that appear, and they never found anything which would suggest to them that there is consciousness beyond the brain, you know. And on the other hand, there are people who have these amazing spiritual experiences which tell them that they are much more than just brain, and in their experience there is like almost certainty that there is something more, you know. So yeah, maybe next time when you see someone being, you know, close-minded, maybe try to be, you know, a little bit compassionate with that person, because we may also be close-minded in some way, and yeah. Okay, so I am going to finish this. I told you my, you know, thing that I am a little bit close-minded with this being Aquarius and things like that. I have more things where I am close-minded, so yeah. So maybe in the comments you may write me things where you are very open-minded and things where you may also be a little bit close-minded. But yeah, thank you very much. Enjoy your day and goodbye.